So HER-Vaxx is an anti-HER2. So these are receptors on, what appears to be pretty just a regular cell, but if you have too many of these receptors, what it does is it sends signals to create more of these malignancies. So an anti-HER2 has been quite important, and it's a validated target. And so we have what we call a B-cell immunotherapy, created an anti-HER2 that we call HER-Vaxx. We have been in the HER2 positive gastric space because it's a hugely unmet need. And we have a phase 2, as you said, just read out the overall survival data, and that was one of the main endpoints of this phase 2 study. So unlike a share price, you want your hazard ratio to be as low as possible. So I'm going to remind everyone, at the interim data review, we had a hazard ratio of 0.418, and that was with a really small number. And even then, the interim monitoring committee said, look, you already have a strong efficacy signal. Why bother enrolling any more patients? Because you end up putting a lot of patients into the chemo arm, and we already know for a fact that HER-Vaxx in combination with chemo is working. So therefore, it was unethical to continue on a study where they had profound facts. So they had asked us to reduce the number. So indeed we did. It went from 68 to 36. Now I have to say I was a little bit nervous because obviously when you have more patients, you can actually expand on the odds of getting good results because it's a larger number to fit into your stats. But because the reduction of 36, we still had to fit into our statistical analysis, and it had to fit. And I was nervous with every patient because you can have an anomaly where it would then figured into perhaps the arm, perhaps where you didn't want it to go. And fortunately, in this case, what we saw at the interim data is what you see at the end of the data, which is great because we had 5.4 months separation of median overall survival in the interim. We actually have 5.6 months of separation. So it's improved and it's proven itself. So I deem this as a success, and the signal is quite clear for efficacy. The safety data looks even better. And the ongoing patients are pretty much all on the HER-Vaxx arm. So at the end of the study, you could imagine we're really going to get even, the data might even look better, but we've reached the endpoints.